Alright, welcome to the channel everybody. 162 Projects, Jeff here saying hello. What we got going on today is we're going to replace shocks. I already replaced the other side. I thought I'd make a little clip about this side. We was having troubles getting the correct shock. I went out of town to NAPA Auto Parts dealer out of town. He hooked me up with the right one. So without further ado, let's get on it. Alright, so we got some NAPA PROformer shock absorbers. It's not the high dollar model, that's okay, I just need stock. Pretty good shock here, I imagine. Haven't tried it out yet. But we're going to put it together and try it out. Alright? Okay, so the first step is take that top nut off. That's where the 15 millimeter wrench comes in place. And you also need the vice grips for the very top of the shaft there for when the shock starts turning. And we'll just go ahead and do it right now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, that's obviously the wrong way, so we come back this way. Bam. Alright, now we're taking it off. And as soon as I get it loose enough here, that top will be spinning. The top of the shock should be spinning here shortly. That's gonna make a liar out of me. Well, check that out. On the other side it did. This side it's not doing it. So we don't need the vice grips on this side. But if you go to take your shock off the top nut and its body starts turning on you, that's when you're gonna need vice grips or paired channel locks. Reach in there. I prefer vice grips at the top, and that'll fix that. So now we're going down the bottom for the 13 millimeter bolts. Take those out, drop the shock, and do reverse with the new shock. Okay, so right there is the bottom two 13 millimeter bolts that you want to take off. We got the new shock put in, the 13 millimeter bolts on the bottom tightened up, but we have this issue that is setting way too low. So what I'm going to do is take the bottle jack, compress this spring enough to get it started up there, and then let her down and finish tightening her up. Alright, now we got it jacked up enough where we got the nut started on there. The bottle jack is pressed up on there. I'm going to tighten it up quite a bit. Put the wheel on, let her down, finish tightening it up. Some of you might notice that the inner fender well cover is missing. Well, I just replaced the starter in there, and it was far more easier to access it through this way than it was from top to bottom or bottom to top. I will put the cover back on, but I figured right now, with it off, it'd make it easier to film in here, plus the light I got going on up here. We have overcast today, so I figured this would help. Okay, it's all done, tightened up. We'll call it good. One other note I want to make clear, that these shocks require torquing specs. Unfortunately, right now I do not have a torque wrench. I'll go to Harbor Freight and pick up one tomorrow. and make sure I got them down to specs. So check for your factory specs on your vehicle if you go replacing your shocks. Alright, thanks a lot for watching 162 Projects. Jeff here saying have a good one.